afternoon, students. In previous class, we have seen what are the drawbacks of valence bond theory. Okay, from that, what is the major thing we understood? That is, valence bond theory could not explain the structures of polyatomic molecules like CH4, H2O, etc. Okay, even I took the example with respect to CH4. According to valence bond theory, if you explain the structure of CH4, okay, that bonds must be perpendicular to each other and the angle will be 90 degrees. Between perpendicular lines, we can just go through the bond angle as 90 degrees. But practically, the bond angle in CH4 is 109 degrees 28 minutes. We have to go through practical results only. Okay, so this valence bond theory could not explain the bond angle in CH4 as 109 degrees 28 minutes. According to valence bond theory, if you depend, we are getting only 90 degrees. That is one drawback. And structure of CH4 according to practical experience, that is tetrahedral. Okay, but here the lines which are perpendicular to each other, like that we will get the structure. Perfectly we are not explaining. So these are the drawbacks of valence bond theory. To explain the drawbacks of valence bond theory, next theory was proposed, which is called hybridization. Which is called hybridization. Which is at most important concept in chemical bond and molecular structure. Okay, you have to concentrate highly. Actually, easy concept only. If you concentrate highly, easily we can remember the structures also. Here we will get so many structures, na? Okay, but to remember the structures also, I will tell some shortcuts. Okay, according to that we can go through easily. If you understand this one, organic chemistry will be very easy for you. Okay, now let us see. According to this hybridization, how can we explain the structure of CH4 as tetrahedral, as well as what about the bond angle? All these things we will go through. Let us consider that example, same example, CH4. In CH4, carbon 1 atom, hydrogens 4 atoms are there. Okay, the element which contains 1 atom, that is called central atom. Carbon, hydrogen, 2 elements are there. In that, which element has only 1 atom in CH4? Carbon, that is called central atom. Okay, now I am going to write central atom carbon electronic configuration, that is ground state electronic configuration. What is that? Ground state electronic configuration. Again, in same thing, yesterday's class, how we have explained, same thing. Okay, 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. One S2, 2s2, 2p2. But if you see this one, orbitals which contain unpaired electrons, only 2 are there. So carbon should form only 2 bonds. But carbon is able to form 4 bonds. To explain that, they have taken the help of excited state electronic configuration. So this is excited state, means electron is excited to higher energy. Excited state electronic configuration of carbon, 1s2, 2s1, 2p3. One S2, 2s1, 2p3. Okay, till this it is very clear for you. Now the thing is, valence bond theory took the help of these atomic orbitals only. Valence bond theory took the help of these atomic orbitals only. But hybridization didn't go for atomic orbitals. Hybridization didn't take for atomic orbitals. It took the help of hybrid orbitals. How that hybridization will be taking place? Let us see. All of you, concentrate here. Before undergoing the bond, this S1 orbital, P3 orbitals, 1 s orbital and 3p orbitals, they will intermix with each other. And regenerated into and regenerate it into, okay, same set of orbitals with same energy and shape. Definitely you will not understand. I'm saying that this 1s orbital and 3p orbitals, they will intermix with each other. Sir, what is this intermixing? After intermixing, again they have regenerated into a new set of orbitals, okay, with same number, same energy and same shape. Like that I can say. Okay, same thing I would like to explain in normal example. After the completion of that example, again we will come here. Is it okay, ma? Okay, let us see that example, all of you. In our home, we have 4 apples. Okay, the 4 apples are not in same size. One apple is in small, another apple is in little bit big, another apple again little bit big, another apple is too much small. Like that 4 different sized apples are there. Okay, so we are staying in home. Suddenly 4 guests came to our home. Correctly 4 guests. Okay, my question is, 4 guests are important to us. All are important to us. When all are important to us, we have to treat them equally. Are you able to understand? 4 guests came to our house. Okay, we want to treat them equally because all the 4 are equally important to us. But what is the fault we have? We have 4 different apples. Further, if you want to give anything also, nothing is there in our home. Only we have that 4 apples. Just imagine that condition. Okay, remaining sweets, all those things are not there. In our home, if you search that one, okay, we have only 4 apples. But that 4 apples are in different size. The guests who came to our home, okay, all are equally important to us. But these are different. Like this. S orbital is different from p orbitals. But we want to treat equally. Then what we have to do? Say what we have to do. If you say, sir, we can cut the apples and we can give to them. Even if you cut them, some pieces will be big and some pieces will be small. Okay, if you give big apple to one person, small apple to another person, they will think that they are not treated properly. The person who got small apple, they are not treated properly. Is it correct or not? At that time, you got one idea, that is, that 4 apples, okay, you kept in juicer. Okay, ma? That 4 apples you kept in juicer. Then what you have done? Just intermixed that one. 4 apples are intermixed. Okay, so completely they are becoming juice. Now we are going to pour that juice into 4 glasses. Into 4 glasses, equal levels. First observe the conditions carefully. 4 different apples are there. We are making that 4 different apples into equal priority. How we are going to make? Okay, say small apple, big apple, whatever it is. Okay, we kept it in juicer. All are getting properly intermixed. Pulp present in small apple, pulp present in big apple, everything. Okay, they are getting intermixed. And after getting intermixed, we got juice. Correct or not? Now that juice is made into 4 glasses with equal levels. Exactly equal levels we made. And we gave those 4 glasses to the 4 persons. Now, the 4 persons are equally treated or not? Say, that 4 persons are equally treated. What we have done? Nothing. We have done with the help of apples only. Whatever we have, okay, whatever we have, with that only, we have done equally. How? That 4 apples are intermixed. Like that here also, this s orbital and p orbitals are getting intermixed. Energies are getting intermixed. Okay, and they are regenerated. Regenerated means in the juicer we got juice. Again that juice is made into 4 glasses equally. Is it correct or not? Okay, now my question is, first person got 1 glass. Okay, second person got another glass. Can he say he got pulp from small apple, he got pulp from big apple, like that? No, properly it is 100% intermixed. Correct? No one can identify that one. Is it correct or not? All will be thinking that they are treated equally. Is it correct or not? Okay, first what happened? 4 different sized apples are intermixed. Okay, the process of intermixing of orbitals of almost same energy. The process of intermixing of orbitals of almost same energy, okay, and regenerated into a new set of orbitals, regenerated into a new set of orbitals, 4 glasses. Size of the glass, juice in the glass will be same. Here also energy after hybridization, what are the orbitals we are getting? All the 4 orbitals will be with same energy and shape. Will be with same energy and shape. There is no difference. Are you able to understand? Once again I will say that example I hope you understood. Okay, what is that example I took? 4 different apples. Okay, we made into juicer. They are getting intermixed properly, and from the juicer we made that juice into 4 glasses equally. Then we got juice or that apples into 4 glasses equally. Is it correct or not? Like that here also, one s orbital is different from 3p orbitals. One s orbital is different from 3p orbitals. If they undergo directly, means like apples, if you give directly, how they are treated unequally. Like that here also, the s orbital and p orbitals, if they undergo bonds with hydrogens, those bonds are different. But practically we are getting those bonds are same. Those bonds are same. How they will be same? Then what is the thing happened? Now how apples are getting intermixed? Like that, these s orbital and p orbitals energies are getting intermixed. Okay, and they are regenerated into a new set of orbitals with same energy and shape. Like glasses, how identical are glasses, and that juice present in the glass are also same level or on the same level. Like that it will become. That is called hybridization. Okay, the process of intermixing of atomic orbitals of almost same energy. S orbital and p orbitals are almost same energy. Okay, to be regenerated into a new set of orbitals with same size and energy. That process is called hybridization. Okay, before hybridization the orbitals are called atomic orbitals, and after hybridization the orbitals are called hybrid orbitals. After hybridization the orbitals are called hybrid orbitals. Okay, ma? Now here how many s orbitals are involved in hybridization? 1. How many p orbitals will be undergoing hybridization? 3. This is called sp3 hybridization. 1 s orbital and 3 p orbitals are undergoing hybridization. That is called sp3 hybridization. How many orbitals are involved in hybridization? That many orbitals will be formed after hybridization. We have 4 apples. Those 4 apples will be undergoing intermixing. They are regenerated into 4 glasses. Means number will be same only every time. How many orbitals are involved in hybridization? That means atomic orbitals. After hybridization, same number of orbitals will be formed. After hybridization, same number of orbitals will be formed. Okay, once observe this one, all of you. I will continue. I hope you understood the definition. Okay, by that example it will be more clear. And one more example I will tell, that is, nowadays we are getting actually grapes are of 2 types, ma. That purple colored grapes, they will be sour in taste. Okay, and some green colored grapes are there, those are sweet. Correct or not? If you observe correctly, that green colored grapes normally they have no seeds. Seeds will not be there. Purple colored grapes, which are used for wine, okay, they will be contained by seeds. But nowadays we are getting that green colored grapes only with seeds. How it is possible? This is also hybridization only. In biology you have that concept, hybridization. Okay, what they will do? This is the plant. This is the plant from the green colored grapes plant. It is cut like this. And one more part they will take, like this it was cut, which is from purple colored grape, and they will insert here. Like this they will insert and they will tie that one. They will just pour the water, because of that it will be getting grown. Okay, then we will get fruits. What are the fruits we will get? That fruit, two fruits if you take, those are identical. These plants are of different plants. Actually, one is purple colored grape plant, another one is green colored grape plant. Correct or not? These two are intermixed. These two are intermixed. But the resultant is this grape and that grape same size. They have seeds. Color will be same. This one green color, that one also green color. See, that grape is getting the characteristics, some characteristics from green color grape and some characteristics from purple colored grape. Purple colored grapes contain seeds. Those seeds will be present inside. Okay, green colored grape structure that is gotten by these grapes. So both the features are present there. Both features. Like this here also, in sp3 hybrid orbital, okay, both S character and P character will be there. In sp3 hybrid orbital, both S character and P character will be there. Like in the juice, pulp will be present from small apple as well as big apple also. Correct or not? Like that here also, if you take one orbital of sp3 hybrid orbital, in that both S character and P character will be there. Okay, like here, this resultant fruit is getting the characteristics of both the grapes. But all the grapes are identical. Correct or not? These grapes, whatever we are getting from this plant, are identical. Like this here also, the resultant hybrid orbitals are identical. Then if they undergo bonds, those bonds are also same. There is no difference at all. Okay, I will continue the explanation. I hope till this you understood me. Now let us see. In biology you have that hybridization concept. Some more deeply they will give, no problem. Okay, there also you can go for comparison. But this apples example is very suitable. Easily we can understand. Okay, now what is going to be happen? This 1s orbital and 3p orbitals will undergo hybridization. That process is called sp3 hybridization. Okay, after hybridization we will get how many orbitals? 4 orbitals. Each orbital shape is like this. This is like S orbital shape and dumbbell from p orbital. Both characters I said na? Dumbbell from p orbital, and this is like spherical. This is the shape of one sp3 hybrid orbital. This is the shape of one sp3. Like that, how many sp3 hybrid orbitals will be formed? 2, 3, 4. Like that, how many hybrid orbitals are formed? 4. Because how many orbitals are involved in hybridization? 4 orbitals, 1s orbital and 3p orbitals. That many orbitals will be formed after hybridization. Okay, and if you have 4 hybrid orbitals, they will be aligned. They will be aligned means they are getting into the structure of tetrahedral shape. How the tetrahedral shape is obtained, let us observe. Just 1 second, ma. Okay, observe these balloons. Okay, these are 2 balloons and these are 2 balloons, ma. Totally 4 are there. Simply, I am going to knot them at the center. Okay, I am going to make them at center. I want to make. No need to knot that also with the thread. Simply, see. Automatically they are coming into which shape? This shape. If you want to make these 4 orbitals like this, no? Easily they cannot be. We have to apply because repulsions are more. In this shape, repulsions are more. Okay, at once if I want to knot like this here at the center, immediately they will be coming into this position. If I disturb like this, how many times also, this shape will not be happen anything. But if I keep like this and if I disturb, see, it is disturbed. Correct or not? Why it is aligned into tetrahedral shape only? Because between the orbitals repulsions are less. When repulsions are less, the molecule is more stable. Okay, this is the shape we are getting, tetrahedral. Even you can try with 4 balloons, immediately you will get this shape only. In birthdays also, while we are tying that one, we will get automatically this shape only. I hope you understood, everyone. Okay, this is tetrahedral. Now I will show on board. These 4 orbitals, hybrid orbitals, like this I will show, because it is not possible on board. Actually this should be above, like this. Okay, that one also once I will show. This is the tetrahedral shape. First orbitals will be aligned like this, Okay, now what is going to happen? Hydrogen is going to be bonded with this. See, once every orbital has one electron, like this here also, every orbital has one electron. Now, this is hydrogen. Okay, slowly this hydrogen will come and bond here. Like that. Next, from this side one hydrogen will come and bond here. Next, from here another hydrogen will be bonded here. Next, from this side another hydrogen will be bonded here. Like this we will get tetrahedral shape. This is 3-dimensional. Okay, now this black colored ball is carbon, these are all hydrogens. This middle one is there, this is the link between carbon and hydrogen, which is called bond. Between this bond and this bond, the angle is called bond angle. Okay, that angle between these two bonds, bond angle, is exactly 109 degrees. Exactly 109 degrees 28 minutes. Okay, this is successfully explaining the structure of CH4 as tetrahedral. This is successfully explaining the structure of CH4 as tetrahedral, and the bond angle also 109 degrees 28 minutes, which was experimentally proved. Okay, that's why how this intermixing is happened, all these things, even though it is an imagination. Actually, hybridization concept is imagination, hypothetical, highly hypothetical. Okay, but we have to believe that hybridization, because no other theory is going to explain the concept like this clearly. Okay, we are going to believe the imagination also if it is able to explain the experimental results correctly. Is it correct or not? Otherwise, we will not consider. Here, this hybridization, even now we are believing this hybridization, even though it is hypothetical, because this is going to explain the structures of molecules correctly. Not only CH4, we will see next so many molecule structures. That also we will consider. Okay, according to that, how we are going to explain, everything will be clear. But first thing is, whether did you understand this CH4 structure or not, that is very important. How they are contained into this tetrahedral shape easily. That is, with respect to balloons, we can understand. Okay, these balloons, if you make them into another shape, if you want to make another shape like this, in this condition, repulsions will be high. Repulsions will be high. Simply, if you turn that one, easily it will be coming into this position. In this position, repulsions are less. because angle 109 degrees. 109 is far away. In this condition, angle is 90 degrees. 90 degrees means nearby each other. Nearby each other means more repulsions are there. So every time they want to be in less repulsion condition because they have to be stable. So automatically these four hybrid orbitals are getting into this tetrahedral shape with bond angle 109 degrees 28 minutes. This is a successful explanation given by hybridization concept like this. This is the structure of CH4. Okay, everyone, is it clear now? Now, how this intermixing is happened, the definition, everything we will see. Before that, observe the diagram, all of you. Observe the diagram, all of you. First, what happened? We wrote the ground state electronic configuration of carbon 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. After that, we wrote excited state electronic configuration of carbon 1s2, 2s1, 2p3. Okay, before undergoing directly bonding, these four orbitals will undergo hybridization. One s orbital and 3p orbitals will undergo hybridization, and that hybridization is called sp3 hybridization. Now, coming to this shape, okay, after undergoing hybridization, each hybrid orbital will be getting the shape of both characteristics of both p character as well as s character. That four orbitals I have drawn now, each orbital shape will be like that. Those four orbitals should be aligned in 3-dimensional or 2-dimensional or 1-dimensional, whatever it might be, with less repulsions. That is the main condition. These orbitals, they want to choose 3-dimensional, 2-dimensional or 1-dimensional, whatever it might be, but they have to experience less repulsions. Okay, these four orbitals with less repulsions possible with only one structure, that is called tetrahedral. Shape. Okay, in tetrahedral shape, automatically the bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. So, according to our experimental result, we got the shape of CH4 as tetrahedral and bond angle as 109 degrees 28 minutes. Same explanation was given by hybridization, not only for CH4, for every molecule, polyatomic molecule, it gave the successful explanation. That's why, even though it is hypothetical, we are going to believe this hybridization. Is it okay, ma? Now let us see the continuation of this one. See all of you here. Some more clarity about this thing. Let us consider S has 5 energy. S orbital has energy 5. P orbitals have energy 666, little bit high, because 2s is less than 2p na. I took s orbital 5, p3 orbital 666. Okay, this is before atomic orbitals. This is the condition of atomic orbitals. Now these are all undergoing, 1 minute ma. Okay, all the four orbitals will undergo intermixing. In what way? Like apples, they will undergo juicer. Like that, all the four orbitals, they will undergo intermixing. Then what will be happen? Total energy how much ma? 5, 666. 18 plus 5, 23. Total energy is 23. Correct or not? Total pulp in juicer we are getting. Correct? Now that is made into 4 equal glasses. 4 divided by 4. 23 by 4. 4 5 is 20. Okay. 30 point. 30 means 4 7s are 28. 5.75. What is that? 5.75. See, the resultant will be in between 5 and 6. In between 5 and 6, each one is getting 5.75, 5.75, 5.75, 5.75. total 23. This total also 23 only, na? So these orbitals with the different energies, they will intermix and they are regenerated into same energy orbitals. Energy is same. See, 5.75, 5.75, 5.75, 5.75. How the different size apples are made into same size glasses like that. Here also 5, 6, 6, 6 different energies. S 3p different energies. They are intermixed. If they are intermixed, what is the total energy? 23. Again, the 23 is made into 4. 5.75, 5.75. So these are all hybrid orbitals. These are all hybrid orbitals. These are atomic orbitals. So these four are identical in shape and size. Okay, like that. They will be arranged in 3-dimensional or 2-dimensional or 1-dimensional, whatever the size, whatever the space might be, but the repulsions must be less. Definitely the repulsions must be less. Is it okay, man? All of you. This is the better explanation for this hybridization, and this hybridization is called sp3 hybridization. Now I will write the definition on board. Okay, let us see that one. I hope you are clear about everything. Bond angle means you can consider, see here, this observe, this bond angle, this one, even this one also. Everything it is 109 degrees 28 minutes only. Okay, angle between the bonds is called bond angle. Definition. The process of intermixing of atomic orbitals with almost same energy, atomic orbitals with almost same energy regenerated into a new set of orbitals with same size, energy and shape is called hybridization. What is the hybridization definition? The process of intermixing of atomic orbitals with almost same energy regenerated into a new set of orbitals with same size, energy and shape is called hybridization. Okay, next point. Number of orbitals before hybridization is equal to number of orbitals after hybridization. We have to remember that before hybridization how many orbitals they are undergoing hybridization. After hybridization also same number of orbitals must be there. Okay, next point. Hybrid orbitals will form only sigma bonds. Hybrid orbitals will form only sigma bonds. They will not form pi bonds. Pi bonds are formed by only atomic orbitals. These are the important points. Pi bonds are formed by only atomic orbitals. Hybrid orbitals will not form pi bonds. Okay, next, one more thing. Orbitals only will be involved in overlapping, orbitals with different energy. Hybridization. Orbitals only will be involved in hybridization, but electrons will not be involved in hybridization. Okay, so important point is number of orbitals before hybridization is equal to number of orbitals after hybridization. This is very important concept to explain the structure of molecules. Okay, they will give the molecule and they will ask that what is the structure and what is the bond angle. So immediately we have to get idea how to remember that one. After completion of this every concept, we have one tabular column. The tabular column I will give to you. According to the tabular column, easily you can understand. Easily you can remember. No problem at all. Okay. This is first hybridization. Already completed with sp3 hybridization. Now we will go to another type of hybridization. Let us see that one. Second type, sp2 hybridization. sp2 hybridization means one s orbital and two p orbitals will undergo hybridization. Okay. For that, the example is formation of bonds in BF3 molecule. Boron trifluoride. Boron trifluoride. Okay, first let us write the hybridization electronic configuration of boron. Directly, okay. First let us write ground state. Electronic configuration of boron: 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Outermost electrons I am representing with boxes like this. Okay, next exit state electronic configuration of boron: 1s2, 2s1, 2p2. What happened here? One of the electrons present in lower energy will be excited to higher energy here. Okay, now one s orbital and two p orbitals will undergo hybridization. One s orbital and two p orbitals will undergo hybridization. Before hybridization, how many orbitals are there? 3. After hybridization also, 3 orbitals will be formed. How those 3 orbitals will be aligned? That is important. See. Seema, observe the shape. This is. If you bend any one of the hybrid orbital, automatically repulsion will be increased. Automatically it is coming to this position only. Is it correct or not? Okay. In this way, this is the shape, like this. From here, fluorine will come. From here, another fluorine will come. Complete overlapping only. I told hybrid orbitals will form sigma bonds only. Okay. From here, another fluorine will form. So this is line, this is line, this is line. If you join them, it will be getting like a triangle. Okay. And this is completely in plane. It is not 3-dimensional. It is 2-dimensional only. Okay. That's why this is called trigonal planar. What is that? Trigonal planar. Okay, let us see, man. Like this, 3p orbitals, 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. sp2 hybrid orbitals. Name also hybrid orbital. sp2 hybrid orbitals contain 1 electron. 1 electron. Now what about F? F will not undergo any hybridization. Only central atom will undergo hybridization. In that, boron is central atom. Okay. Fluorine electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. Unpaired electron is present in which orbital? P orbital. Okay. That one only I am concentrating. So from above, one fluorine will come with the help of p orbital. From this side, one fluorine will be. This is one fluorine. This is another fluorine. Because I am considering from this unpaired electron orbital from each fluorine. 3 fluorines now. Okay. From this side, one fluorine. Like this, this is the bond. This is the bond and this is the bond. If you join them, we will get triangle. Okay, triangular shape. That's why name of this one is trigonal planar. What is the shape of this molecule? Trigonal planar, and the bond angle is 120 degrees. Bond angle is 120 degrees. That is the shape, and bond angle also we mentioned clearly. Okay, I hope you understood this BF3 molecule also. Okay ma, are you clear? Okay, next we will see one more hybridization, that is SP. By that we will stop today and we will continue this concept in next class. Okay, structure also neatly you can draw, all of you. Shape, very important. Bond angle 120 degrees. Okay, write separately if you, even though if you mention in diagram also write separately. Write neatly shape. Here, trigonal planar, bond angle 120 degrees. Like that, write neatly, separately. Okay, next. SP hybridization. SP hybridization example, BeCl2. Okay, central atom is beryllium. Directly I am writing, okay, let us write ground state electronic configuration of beryllium. 1s2, 2s2, okay, over. But it has 2p0 also. If it has no unpaired electron, how it will form bond? But beryllium is able to form two bonds with two chlorines. Correct or not? How? 2p0 is there na? Now I am going to write excited state electronic configuration of beryllium. That is 1s2, 2s1, 2p1. Like this. One s orbital and one p orbital will undergo hybridization, which is called sp hybridization. One s orbital and one p orbital will undergo hybridization, which is called sp hybridization. Is it okay, ma? How many orbitals are involved in hybridization? 2. After hybridization also, we will get 2 only. How those 2 will be present? If you have any 2 orbitals, it will be getting the shape of linear. This is only. If you just bend this one, automatically repulsion will be increased. See, if you bend this one, again it will be coming to normal position only, linear. Is it correct or not? This is a linear shape. So, this is one hybrid orbital and this is one hybrid orbital with one electron. From this side one chlorine will come. From this side one chlorine will come. We will be getting structure linear now. This is one bond up to here and this is one bond. Then what about the bond angle? 180 degrees. So bond angle is equal to 180 degrees. Shape is equal to linear. This is the hybridization which is called sp hybridization. Chlorine has unpaired electron in p orbital. Okay. So these are the types of hybridization today we have seen. Some more we have. That one we will see in next class. This concept is not completed. Little bit more extension is there. Okay. I hope you understood this today's concept, everyone. Today we have discussed that directly hybridization definition, principles of hybridization. After that, 3 types of hybridization we have seen: sp3, sp2, and sp. My sincere suggestion is, everyone, each and every student, if you understood this concept, okay. Any small doubt if you have, immediately through WhatsApp you can ask me. Even one student also, no problem. I will respond and I will give answer to you. No problem for me. Okay? Please, because everyone, you have to understand carefully this, because if you understand this, then only next coming concepts in organic chemistry also, it will be easy for you. Organic chemistry, not only here, in +2 we have 4 important chapters. To understand that also, this is the basic. So please concentrate, everyone. Okay, ma? That is about today's class. I hope everyone you are clear. Okay, thank you, ma. Thank you all.